Independent Mortgage is a small lender based out of 118 Needham Street in Newton, Massachusetts. Founded back in 2003 by myself. Started off as a small brokerage, now we are a small lender and a broker. We have no preference whether we lend or broker, it's whatever suits the consumer needs the best.
What does small mean?
Small meaning we have 9 originators and 3 operational staff.
Okay.
We're not a giant, we're small enough to service the needs, and we know our clients' needs.
But big enough to service the needs.
Absolutely.
That's interesting. How'd you get into the business?
Interestingly enough, I fell into the business. No one goes to school to jump into the mortgage business.
Really?
Yes, it's no degrees in mortgages, unfortunately. I was at Northeastern University looking for a co-op job, and Bank of Boston came knocking on the door, and I took a job as a loan processor back in 1991, and never looked back.
What does a loan processor do? I mean, how does that get you into independent mortgage?
The role of loan processor is really pushing the paperwork around, understanding, dissecting, and analyzing all the paperwork, making sure it's a viable file for the consumer, and they can actually get approved or denied. We don't want to push anything through that won't get approved. After the loan processing, I took a job as an underwriter with the bank. As an underwriter, we have the power of approving and denying loans. Shortly thereafter, I jumped onto the sales side with Bank of Boston, still internally. Being bilingual, I speak Cantonese and English. I was able to capitalize on the language and really learn the sales side of it and helping consumers with my bilingual talents.
No, I mean, it's interesting, but none of that sort of qualifies you to be the lender, because if you're the lender, presumably it's either your money or money of people who've put money up for you.
Correct. So as a lender, we have warehouse lines. So it closes in our name as independent mortgage as quote unquote the lender. However, we are borrowing the money from a third party. In small cases, we do need to dip into our own pockets and fund the loan ourselves if our warehouse line isn't available. But of course, it always is available, otherwise we wouldn't be in business. Under certain circumstances, though, we do broker loans. Broker meaning we don't close in our own name, we close under the investor's name, the lender's name. A circumstance where that would be a portfolio loan. A portfolio loan with someone who doesn't qualify for a normal loan, meaning they don't have the documentation, pay stubs, income assets, or the property may not fit the box for the investor and their guidelines.
So what is